Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but their genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to shine. It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs and you'll have yours and I'll have mine. And together we'll be fine. 'Cause it takes different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Hey Lakers, do you think as a student body we still celebrate Halloween like we used to? Well, I went around and asked students if they still think we are too old to celebrate. Do you think you've outgrown Halloween?
No,
Why?
because you can't really outgrow a holiday.
Well, do you still dress up?
No.
So what do you do?
Like, I don't know, it's just a holiday.
Not really the costumes part, but maybe trick-or-treating and like asking for candy.
Do you have a costume?
I'm gonna be Piglet, and Cooper's gonna be Eeyore, and McKenna Hurley's gonna be Tigger, and Carly Strader's gonna be Winnie the Pooh.
Nah, never. Are you guys dressing up this year?
Yeah.
What are your costumes?
Magic Mike.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Do you guys still go trick-or-treating? Okay.
I'll go with her.
The older people.
Do any of you guys have costumes?
I'm a pickle.
I don't have one. I don't got one.
I'm an 80s girly.
I don't have one.
Are you guys going trick-or-treating?
Possibly.
No.
No.
And to see if ILHS was truly prepared for Halloween, I went around and did some trick-or-treating to see what I would get. Trick-or-treat.
Oh, you want something? Okay, fine, give me a second. Oh, you get amphibians of Ohio, and you get reptiles of Ohio. Happy Halloween.
Trick-or-treat.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Yes, you are welcome. Look at that.
Trick-or-treat. Thank you. Okay, this is everything I got from trick-or-treating. I got the kite runner from Miss Tussing. I got reptiles of Ohio from Shively. I got a sucker from Duluth and a sour punch from The Office. So now we know who's ready for Halloween. Okay, Lakers, based on what I asked, it seems like high school students still like to dress up. They're just not as excited to go trick-or-treating anymore. But they do like to go to haunted houses. So now you know what's acceptable at ILHS.
Hello, Indian Lake Lakers. Recently, the journalism class got to go on a field trip to WLIO in Lima. It was very interesting. Here is some of the field trip. We have now loaded onto the bus and we're going to the news station. Getting off the bus. There's the station.
It's the vlog, guys.
That's the building.
We made it. Big
Oh my gosh, that's quite the tower.
Big satellites.
This place is in the middle of the suburbs and it's very nice. Very good area. We then got to the front door and Mrs. Ross allowed us to find our way in there. They knew her. Then entered a conference room which was pretty small, but it was nice. Then we got a little talking too. These are some cool little things that were in there. And that's Gordon Ramsay's plate. It's pretty cool looking. That forks look cool. We entered like their office area and there's this cool looking pumpkin, so I took a picture of it. These are their edit booths where they edit their stories. We then got to talk to the guys that do the news in this room. Then we moved to a separate room. Sebastian stared at me for a while. And then he talked to us about the cameras that they have and the sports area. We then entered the news area where they film the news. After this, we were on the camera, but not really because it wasn't running. Then they were getting ready to start the news up, so they were, getting their final checks, making sure everything was perfect. And then they started the news, and they were talking in front of us. The news was live, so all the guys were talking, and the lady, and they talked about a bunch of things, and then we were on the news for just a few seconds. I did look at the camera, and then they did a segment over the weather. The weather segment was pretty cool.
54 degrees, by about 6 o'clock, 51. We expect the high today about 55.
We then entered the area where they actually ran the news, so they would do all the cutaways from here, sound effects, and all the transitions. That was the lobby. Again, this is another view. The guy sitting there on the right, he has like a big soundboard that changes it to cool videos. We then entered the IT and the electrical area. There wasn't a lot going on here. I mean, there was a lot, but nothing we needed to do. And then there's a switch. I wanted to grab it. Now we're outside. We're looking at this really, 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 really tall tower, and they said it was short. That's all of us. We wave. Now we are getting back on the bus to go home.
And we're back on the bus.
We also went to Cane's. It was pretty good. I enjoyed the Cane's. It was enjoyable. I liked it. Well, Lakers, I hope that gave you a little bit of insight of what our journalism class field trip looked like. Overall, I would give this field trip a 7.48 out of 9.5. See you later.
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
You like scary movies? Well, I do. So I went around and I asked Indian Lakes high school students what their favorite scary movie is. I watched all of their favorite scary movies, and here it is, me describing them. So let's get into it. What's your favorite scary movie?
Talk to Me. Because of the plot, and it's just so scary all around. But there's just one scene that's really gross, and I just skip it every time.
Talk to Me. It was made in 2022, and it has a length of 1 hour and 35 minutes. A group of teenage friends receive a hand from somewhere, who knows where, and they learn that they're able to talk to the dead by using this hand. Our main character gets addicted to using this hand because she believes she's able to talk to her dead mother. But was it ever really her mom? 70% of people give this movie a big thumbs up. What's your favorite scary movie?
Probably gonna say Scream. I don't know. I just think it's pretty funny.
Now let's talk about Scream. A masked, unknown man stalks high school students, and in the end, we figure out just who that person is with an amazing big plot twist. There is 6 different Scream movies, with the 7th one coming out next year in 2026. First one being made in 1996, and it is 1 hour and 40-ish minutes long. 78% of people give this movie a thumbs up. What's your favorite scary movie?
Gerald's Game. It's a really good psychological thriller.
Gerald's Game. It was made in 2017. It is about a woman who kills her husband while they're trying to fix their dying relationship. This movie is 1 hour and 30 minutes with only 62% of people liking it.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. It is a movie that is set back in 1971. The paranormal investigators are called to a house in Rhode Island to help out the Perrin family after they move into a farmhouse and they start experiencing paranormal activity. After the first Conjuring movie was a success, they came out with 3 more Conjuring movies. 86% of people liked this 2013 horror movie. Let's talk about my favorite scary movie. My favorite scary movie would have to be The Black Phone. The Black Phone is about a 13-year-old boy who is held captive by a kidnapper named the Grabber. Why exactly is it named The Black Phone? Previous victims of the Grabber help Finney Blake, our main character, get out of his basement by talking to him through the disconnected phone that's hung up on his wall. It is 1 hour and 40-ish minutes, and 80% of people liked this movie, and the sequel just came out in the theaters just a couple weeks ago this month. It was released in June 2022, and it's very low on the gore scale, so if you don't like gory movies, this is for you.
My favorite movie is The Black Phone 2.
Let's take a look at the trailer real quick.
Have you heard of the Grabber? I killed him. the tables do turn.
What do you think happens when you die in a dream?
Even in his death, the grabber comes back to haunt Gwen, Finney Blake's little sister, in her nightmares, just like Freddy Krueger did. We'll learn more about the past with Finney Blake and Gwen's mom. So far, 88% of people liked this movie, which is astonishing considering most people hate the sequel compared to the originals. And there are some few bone-chilling scary movies. So I hope that you have something to do on Halloween Day.
Halloween, a holiday full of many mysteries and twists and turns. Do you know how it came to be? Well, I'm here to teach you. Halloween's origins can be traced back to the time of ancient Celts who lived in what is now France and Ireland. They celebrated the festival known as Samhain.
Zook, Donna Zook, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
I love Halloween. It's fun to get candy to pass out candy.
The festival was full of bonfires, music, and feast of all kinds of types of magical and great food.
You got any bands on Halloween?
I love Halloween. I love being a spooky little guy. I love learning about history because I'm a nerd. The Celts believed that this time was a thinning of the veil between the living and the dead, and that their ancestors would be passing over. So they wore costumes of ghouls and gas and other types of fantastic creatures to ward off any of the evil spirits that were coming across the veil. The Celts believed that their priests, also called druids, could make predictions and offerings better during this time. Emily Santa Bria, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
I love it.
Why?
Because you get to dress up and eat candy.
Emma, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
Clowns.
At the end of the festival of Samhain, the Celts would relit their normal fires, also known as hearth fires, from the sacred bonfire of the festival and continue on to the winter season. Haley Metzger, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
I don't know.
The Celtic civilization was soon conquered by the Romans, and two new festivals were born. The first festival was the Festival Feralia, a day in late October when the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead. The second day of this festival was to commemorate the goddess Homond, the goddess of fruit and trees. This is where the tradition of bobbing for apples comes from. Adrian, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
It's great. I love it.
Amazing. The second festival, All Souls Day, or also known as All Saints Day, or All Hallows Eve, was the second festival of the Roman religion, and it was very similar to Samhain with big festivals, big feasts, big music, and everybody was dressed up in costumes. The belief systems of different ethnic groups in Europe and America meshed, and a distinct American version of Halloween began to emerge. The first celebration included play parties, which were public events held to celebrate the harvest. Colonial Halloween festivities also featured the telling of ghost stories and mischief-making of all kinds. By the 19th century, annual autumn festivities were common, but Halloween was not yet celebrated everywhere in the country. In the second half of the 19th century, America was flooded with new immigrants. These new immigrants, especially the Irish and the Irish potato famine, helped to popularize the celebration of Halloween nationally. Kaylee, what are your thoughts on Halloween?
I love Halloween.
Trick-or-treating stemmed from European traditions, and kids would dress up in costumes to appease the evil spirits roaming about. In the 1930s, Halloween had become a community holiday, but vandalism had spiked. By the 1950s, community leaders had brought down vandalism, and a new American tradition was born. Now I know what you're asking. Alyssa, what about the black cats? They're so spooky. Well, I got some history for you. Fear of black cats actually stems from the Middle Ages, where many people believed that witches had black cats as familiars, and that's where that belief stems from. And now you know more about Halloween than you did 3 minutes ago. Go out and have a happy and safe All Hallows Eve, Lakers.